All right, thumbnail time. You ready? Wait, the same face I have in my Scream 5. Well, we got to change that up. Left hand. Here we go. Perfect. So Scream 6 is the 6th film in the Scream franchise, a horror movie franchise which has been going strong for far longer than I ever thought possible, especially after the passing of the late great Wes Craven. In this installment, Ghostface comes to Manhattan. That's right, because he hasn't come to Manhattan. He's done college campus, he's taken LA, but not New York. And we have ourselves something that feels new. Different.
There's never been one like me, Gale.
This isn't like any other Ghostface.
Just like the last one felt different.
Something about this one just feels different.
Right out the gate, though, I will say, you know how there's always a Ghostface killing at the beginning? This has something that the scene ended where I was like, I haven't seen that in a Scream movie. I am interested. I perked up in my chair. It was familiar, but a new take on the familiar. It piqued my curiosity, and I was in it for this film. This movie expands as a sequel should, but the heart and soul of Scream doesn't get lost in that expansion. It uses these new locations in fun ways. The world feels bigger, but it's still Scream to its core. I'll work to continue in this film what the previous film had, which was a Ghostface that's very menacing. One could say almost angry. I suppose it comes down to efficiency. Ghostface feels like a more efficient killer. First 3 Scream movies, he's tripping over people, he's getting refrigerator doors slammed in his face when it's clearly coming. The counter argument is, well, it's hard to see out of the mask. Guess it's been figured out. New mesh technology in the eyepieces, because he never comes across as bumbling in here. Comes across as a menacing badass with perfect 20/20 vision who will shotgun you in the face with your own shotgun. Ghostface killings, they're savage, they're bloody, they're violent, they're angry. Also, this is probably the most anxiety-inducing Scream film of all of them. That cat and mouse game that goes on in certain scenes, like that subway scene you saw in the trailer, there are a couple others where it brings you to a simmer, just boils you, just keeps you there like, all right, we're just gonna keep you here for a few solid minutes. No time for rest, your heart's just beating out of your fucking chest the entire time. I'm like, dude, I need a minute. That was awesome. That's when this movie was doing it right. I loved feeling like that. I love that this movie gave me that. Hayden Panettiere's back. I appreciate the fact that she is back because Kirby in Scream 4 was a standout character. She died, but we didn't see her technically die. So there was that leeway of like, okay, if you can bring her back, that'd be great. Also, she works. How they incorporated her into the story, I like that she was back, and I appreciated that they made it work that she was back. It didn't feel forced. I mean, not forced for a Scream film anyway. It's some of these things start feeling like, it's a very small world out there. An actress who is not back is Neve Campbell as Sidney Prescott. She's not in this movie. I'm of two minds of it. On one hand, if you want to keep making Scream movies, you can't have Ghostface coming after Sidney all the time. And if Ghostface is coming after someone new, you can't have Sidney just butt in and be like, hi, I'm here. Obviously, I'm the most qualified. Right? At what point is she just going to live her life? On the other hand, that's not the reason she's not in it. It was a pay dispute. I think they should have paid Neve Campbell whatever money she wanted, because I feel like she's earned it for Scream. Courtney Cox as Gale Weathers is back, though her role in here does kind of seem redundant. So I'm glad that I don't feel that for Sidney. Now, with Neve Campbell gone, it falls on Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera to carry this film. Granted, they were the leads in the previous movie as well, but in a world where the studio didn't pay Neve Campbell didn't come back, it would have been easy to have the vibe of Scream doesn't work without Neve Campbell. And I don't mind saying it's Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega who make it work. But the thing that was most annoying in this film, there are instances in here where people get stabbed, should die, but they just don't. Some of them just don't die. Some of them are just up and running around in the next scene. I'm like, how is that though? And it comes across like they are afraid to kill characters in this film. And I shouldn't feel like that in a Scream movie. It doesn't always happen. There are people who bite it, absolutely, but it happens enough for me to feel like they are afraid to kill characters. It all depends on what you want out of a Scream film, what you're accustomed to getting out of a Scream film. Celebration of horror, check. Menacing Ghostface, double check. Gory, bloody kills, absolutely. Celebration of Scream, also there, because you're not just celebrating horror movies now. It's the 6th installment of Scream, so now you have Scream Celebration as well. All wrapped up in a new location in the big city that lends for new possibilities, and you feel that kind of scope. I had myself a good time. No alcohol required. All right, so Scream 6. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? And if you have, what's your Scream order? Order from best to worst. A new Scream movie, so it's in there somewhere. Your list this time will be different than the last time. I'm pretty sure I asked that last time. Whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.